Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? So today I want to talk about Invictus Legend and YSL EDP, YSL EDP. So these ones, they're both. The reason why I'm talking about these in particular is that they're both eau de parfum, and they're both. I use them both in the same scenarios, right? So you probably want to know which one is better. I believe that they're better for different situations, but I find a more of a use case with this one, just because it has a bit more of a fresher vibe to it and has that fun vibe to it. Okay, this has got the fruity notes and oceanic vibe with the sort of like a, what would I say? Sort of like a, it's not smoky, but sort of like an ashy dry down, which is really good because it's still really fruity. It comes off very masculine. And over here we have a to remind myself here. Oh yeah, it almost has like a very luxury deodorant type of vibe, and the dry down is slightly powdery, but still very aquatic and sort of fresh. It's a lot more thicker over here than this one. So YSL, it's got some sort of green notes in here, but when I use this one, it has also comes off very like you're going out to the club, very luxurious and also very sexy. So there's like a sexy sort of expensive deodorant kind of vibe going on right here. It really does have that. Yeah, exactly what it has to go into for it. It reminds me, this one will have this sort of like it's a thicker, it comes off thicker. So if you're looking for a scent that you want to be longer lasting, extremely strong, I would go with this one. And this is also strong, so don't get me wrong here, but this has like a fruitier, fresher note to it than this. And if YSL is something you're not looking for, I would go for a Legend, just because it doesn't smell too much similar to all the other Invictuses. And out of the other three, I like this one the most. Apart from Invictus Aqua, which I do like, just 2018 version, which I do like as well, more for the summertime. But for all year round, you could still wear this. However, in the summertime, I would pick up an EDT just because it's a little bit, it's a bit more fresher than even this. I still really love Y. It's just that for my use case, for what I do, I'm coming back from the gym, or I'm coming back from, or I'm going out. So I just don't want to smell too luxurious sometimes. That's why I also, in the beginning of my journey, I like more inexpensive, younger vibe type of scents. I don't want to come off too, how can I say it? Too luxurious, pretty much. I can put it that way. But YSL has this upper class, really beautiful smell and very long lasting, right? Like an expensive deodorant, to make it really simple. And then Invictus has the fruity notes, the oceanic vibe, and sort of an ashtray dry down to it. Y is, I would say, even a bit more linear. You get what you started, it ends off the way it starts, where it ends. And the dry down lasts a really long time. If it gets on clothes, you'll smell it really well the next day. They're both not cloying for me. I go normally 3 sprays with this one, and I can go, 5 to 6 with this, but I try to keep it at 4. I also do this 4 sprays as well. Which one do I wear more? I wear this more, okay? And I got this after I got this. Yeah, I wear this one a lot more. Now, I would wear this more if I didn't have as many thicker scents. So if you have like EDPs, like Dior Sauvage EDP, Chanel EDP, if you have some sort of like aquatic thicker scent, then you may be covered here. The only other thing I'm thinking of, this is actually quite unique. I can't say that those are the ones that would cover for this, but the YSL does get complimented quite a lot because it's very noticeable and it lasts a really long time. So that's one reason I would get this instead of this. So if you don't have a heavy hitter scent that just gets you compliments and gets noticed, go with this one because it has a very sexy vibe to it, and I don't smell it as much actually around where I live. People don't know where fragrances around here, but maybe if you're like traveling, you'll smell it more. If you have Dior Sauvage, I would say you should still get YEDP. Even if you have this, get YEDP. Frankly, I would just get both. But if money is an issue and you're looking for something you can wear literally all the time, I would go with Invictus Legend. And then if you're like dating, that's actually quite important. If you're dating, I would go with Y. If like you're single, if you go to the office, I would also go with Y as well. If you're a working man, these are the different scenarios that I would say. If you don't play sports, I'd go with Y. If you do play sports, I would go with Invictus Legend. Now, first of all, so this is an aquatic. This one does have sort of like a green fruit vibe going to it, but because it's so well blended, I can just put it in the vibe of that's the note. It's got a sweet apple in there. It's like a sweet apple deodorant blue note in here. So it has a crisp, like sort of a sugary apple in here in Y. Well, this one it's got the bubblegum note with fruits and then an oceanic vibe. This one does not have an oceanic vibe. It's got like a blue note. Just imagine like you're smelling it. It's sort of like still water. And this one is like a white water moving. It's got this bubblegum blast, okay? And then it dries down to this sort of like it's sort of like ashy, it's kind of like a human smoke, tobacco ashtray, like a fresh ashtray. Like if you smoke and use an ashtray and it's fresh, it doesn't smell like actual ashtray. It's just sort of a cleaner sort of ashtray smell. That's the dry down this one has, and that's the masculine part that I actually really like. Comes off unique, not necessarily smoky or anything or cigarette smoke, but there's something ashy in the Invictus Legend that I like that the other ones don't have, with the aquatic fruitiness to it. So yeah. YSL and Invictus Legend, both beautiful. This one is a bit more expensive, I think like $120, and this one is like what, $70, $60, $70, $80, something like that. So yeah, they're both about the same price range, just being a little bit more, and I use this more. But I really like this. Like if I did it, like I still have to get this. It's just, the smell is so useful and so good that you just need it, okay? Fragrances, I like this more than Dior Sauvage EDP. I like this more than Creed Himalaya. In a way, it's just kind of newer, but sometimes no, I like this more than that. Sometimes it's like basically on par, if not slightly better, because it's newer, the chemicals. And then I think I like it less than Prada L'Homme. And that's it, guys. Peace.